And in this video, I want to discuss with you a very simple diet that you can do that is going to help you burn fat faster than probably any other diet you've ever tried. Every other diet you've ever tried was probably a calorie restriction diet. Now, they may have used smoke screens like counting points or taking cards or any of this kind of stuff, but in reality, every major diet on the market today is a calorie restriction diet or a semi-starvation diet, which means you're going to be hungry and starving, and that's not sustainable long term. A fun fact you may not know about me, I used to be a morbidly obese pre-diabetic, and I used this simple diet that I'm telling you about to reverse my pre-diabetes and return my body fat percentage to near normal. You can do that too. Now let's jump right in. I'm going to describe the 9 hormones. I'm going to tell you a little bit about them. And then I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, what to eat, or what to avoid to optimize each individual hormone so that you have maximum fat burning and minimal hunger pain. Number 1, insulin. Now, insulin has hundreds of functions in your body, but it is the main fat storage hormone in the human body. And so I'm going to tell you how to optimize it so that you can burn as much fat as possible. So insulin's made in your pancreas and beta cells, and your body secretes it in response to an elevated blood sugar. There are certain things that elevate your blood sugar a lot. Other things don't really elevate it that much. And so you should focus on avoiding some and eating the others. Eating too much of the wrong thing is going to spike your blood sugar, which is going to cause a spike in your blood insulin level. And that's going to turn off any fat burning that you were hoping would occur. Now, how do you optimize your insulin level and return it back to a low normal level? That's the sweet spot for fat burning. You're going to reduce your total carbohydrate intake a day. Some people can reduce it down to 100 total grams of carbs a day, and that works great. Other people have to turn it down even more to 50 total grams. Some people even 20 or even lower. You, now that you know this, will be able to control your carbohydrate intake, almost like a knob on a radio. You can just turn it down, and that's going to put your insulin level in the sweet spot so that you can burn fat much faster. You need to avoid all sugars and anything that turns into sugar. And whether that is a jelly donut or a soda or a glass of fruit juice, or bread, or pasta, or rice. All these things turn immediately into sugar in your system, spike your blood sugar, spike your insulin, and turn off your fat burning. You're going to replace all of those carbohydrates, which turn into sugar, with plenty of good healthy fats and good healthy proteins. Hormone number 2 is leptin. Now, this hormone is made in fat cells, and in cells in your small intestine. It reduces your appetite and it makes you feel full. To optimize leptin, you're going to avoid all inflammatory foods. And for most people, this is all the grains. This is industrial seed oils like canola, like soybean, like corn oil, like safflower oil, like margarine, like vegetable shortening. All those things are inflammatory, and they're gonna mess your leptin level up. Also, you want to eat more fatty fish and more fatty animals. The fat and protein in these move your leptin in the right direction. The last thing you want to do to optimize your leptin is get plenty of good quality sleep. Hormone number 3 is ghrelin. This hormone is made in your stomach and in the small intestinal cells. It is a hunger hormone. It tells your brain, hey, you're hungry, it's time to eat. And so by optimizing this hormone in the right direction, you greatly reduce your hunger. Now, how are you going to optimize your ghrelin levels? You are going to avoid all sugars, and that can range anywhere from skim milk to a tortilla wrap to a jelly donut to 2 slices of whole wheat bread. They all turn into sugar, right? Secondly, you're going to get rid of all the breads. And so many people say, oh, this is low carb bread. Oh, this is whole wheat, stone ground, non-GMO bread. All bread breaks down into sugar. All rice, all potatoes, all grains break down into sugar. You have to avoid those to get your ghrelin in the sweet spot. You also want to make sure you're eating plenty of good healthy proteins and good healthy fats. That's going to also optimize your ghrelin level. Hormone number 4 is cortisol. Now you may have heard of this. It's called the stress hormone. Cortisol, it does many hundreds of things in the human body. It's actually normal to have it. It's not a bad thing unless it's chronically elevated. Then that's a problem. If it's chronically elevated, this is going to cause you to overeat, cause you to stress eat, and cause you to store more fat. All bad things. How do you optimize your cortisol level? Number 1, you're not going to calorie restrict or eat smaller portions. This is stressful to your body and it causes your cortisol level to elevate. You're going to get plenty of good quality sleep. This will help your cortisol level be lower. Now, the simple diet that optimizes all 9 of these hormones and puts them in the sweet spot for burning fat and turning off your hunger is called a ketogenic diet. Some people call it low carb, some people call it Atkins, but if you do it properly, it's full of healthy foods that give you all the nutrition, all the vitamins, all the minerals that you need, and you're happy, you're satiated, your hunger's gone, and it is sustainable to do long term.